Peace was my statement to the Christian church to hold itself accountable for its stigmatization of people with mental health conditions, including but not limited to anxiety, phobias, depression, schizophrenia, bipolar, PTSD, psychosis, borderline personality disorder, seasonal affective disorder, and grief. The woman in this story was suffering from a dissociative state as a result of the real loss of her 3 children. Symptoms of a grief attack after extreme loss can include the things that you see on this wheel: numbness, denial, anger, yearning, crying, sleeplessness, guilt, hyperventilation, depression, withdrawal, aimlessness, restlessness, apathy, and feeling of unreality. These very human feelings are demonized by the church definition of demonization, blaming someone with a mental health condition, thus victim to delusions created by the enemy, i.e. devil or demons, at fault for not having enough faith, or quite bluntly, so spiritually defective as to be over by evil forces because of unacknowledged sin, a lack of faith, or obvious unwillingness or unworthiness to be blessed or healed by the mercy and grace of God. Notre Dame in this piece is a reference to Our Lady Mary, the historical mother of Jesus Christ. I cannot imagine how a real human mother, as Mary was, could witness her real human son, as Jesus is believed by Christians to have been both human and divine, being tortured and murdered for a crime he did not commit, and not having herself experienced some sort of grief attack, with symptoms that include shock, delusions, confusion, possibly even a dissociative psychotic state. It is near impossible for me to imagine that Mary herself did not experience any symptoms of grief after witnessing her son's torture and agonizing death. Question: had she not had close family or been placed under the watchful eye of one of Jesus' disciples, would Mary, the mother of Jesus too, have found herself wandering the village, talking nonsense, seeking help, but being met instead with fear, spite, and rejection? Would she have been told her condition was incurable, chronic, and a result of some chemical abnormality programmed into a faulty gene in her DNA? We do not and cannot know. I address this statement to anyone out here tonight diagnosed with any of the conditions and others not mentioned above. You are not sick. You do not carry an illness. Let's get rid of this word, please. It's a condition, and it's neither contagious, nor incurable, nor terminal. You can beat this. I demand that the Christian church and all of its denominations recognize their influence on the self-professing Christians, even today, yesterday, throwing stones openly on social media against people with depression who are committing suicide because they are being also alienating friends and family members struggling with what could very well not be some sort of soul deficiency, but rather a soul truly awakening after traveling its own long bout with trauma, loss, shock, protest, disorganization. A soul with a little bit less shaming and a lot more human compassion out of a mental health condition into hope and recovery. There is no justification for suffering. Thank you.